Hello there, my friends. We want you to be ready if a strict, frank, and demanding USCIS officer interviews you. This video is based on the latest Form N-400 application questions for the U.S. Citizenship interview and test. Learn how to pass the English-speaking portion and improve your chances of passing the citizenship interview even if you are nervous. Practice the citizenship questions and answers that you may have on the exact day of your interview. Don't let the fear and pressure of the interview make you nervous. Pass the speaking portion of the English test. Each of your answer is important for every question found in the new N-400 application form. For the speaking test, you'll be asked questions about your background and the N-400 application. The interviewing officer will listen on how you speak. So please watch the full video to learn how this unique naturalization interview went. Practicing with this video makes you feel more confident and well prepared.
Chen Wang.
That's me. Good afternoon, officer.
Good afternoon, I'm Officer Daisy Johnson. I will be conducting your U.S. citizenship interview. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. Officer, I would like to introduce my husband, Jack Wilson.
Hello, Jack. We have to go to my office now. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Officer Daisy Johnson.
Please follow me. How's your morning going so far?
I kept on studying the whole time, officer.
Did someone help you in preparing for your application and tests?
Oh yes, officer. My husband helped me a lot.
That's great. Please come in and remain standing. You can place your belongings next to the chair.
Sure. Thank you.
I want to inform you that failing to be truthful in your oral testimony at the interview can also result in the denial of your N-400 application for U.S. citizenship. Before the interview, I will take you under oath. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, officer.
Before we continue with your N-400 application, I noticed a note in your file indicating that your permanent resident card has been reported lost. Can you tell me what happened?
Yes, officer. Unfortunately, I lost my green card a few months ago. I was traveling, and it must have fallen out of my bag. I searched everywhere, but I couldn't find it.
I see. When exactly did you realize it was missing?
I realized it was missing about a week after my trip. I was organizing my documents when I noticed it wasn't there. I immediately retraced my steps, but it was gone by then.
Did you report the loss of your permanent resident card to the authorities?
Yes, officer. As soon as I confirmed it was lost, I filed a police report. I also submitted Form I-90 to apply for a replacement card and notified the USCIS.
Have you received any updates on your replacement card?
I'm still waiting. I checked the status online, and it's still being processed.
That's understandable because these things take time. In the meantime, do you have any other form of identification or proof of your status?
Yes, I have my passport, and I also brought a copy of my I-551 stamp. It was issued to me when I reported the lost card.
Everything is now in order with your N-400 application. Losing a green card can be stressful, but you handled it properly. So, let's continue with your application. I need to inform you that I do not have time to repeat everything because other applicants are waiting for me, and it will be a long day. How did you come here today?
My husband drove me here.
I know that many applicants, after their interviews, inform others that USCIS officers usually start with the Civics test questions during the naturalization exam to evaluate an applicant's knowledge of U.S. history and government. But let me tell you, I'm different when I interview, because this test only measures or assesses memorized content and not the skills, character, and experiences needed to be a good citizen. The Civics test is a verbal or oral exam with up to 100 questions. But the officer will only ask the applicant for up to 10. It's easy to pass because the applicant will only answer 6 out of 10 questions correctly.
But, officer, for an applicant's part, it's not easy for us to memorize all the questions and answers.
I want to be honest with you. I only let applicants pass when I see them deserving of the benefits they are applying for.
I understand that you are simply doing your job as an immigration officer.
If I know of any immigration fraud or a lack of genuine marriage in a naturalization N-400 application, I immediately deny it.
Yes, I understand, officer.
I have seen enough applications with not enough evidence to support a bona fide marriage, and they still apply to get denied and waste our time. Can you tell me why you want to become a U.S. citizen?
I like and believe in the form of government of the United States.
I will review your N-400 application form based on marriage to a U.S. citizen to ensure everything is correct. Before we start, do you have any questions?
Yes, officer. I made a few errors on my N-400 application and would like to update it. Will you update it for me?
Let me know when we get to that section.
Yes, officer.
So you've been a permanent resident in the United States for almost 4 years, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I see. That's why you're eligible for American citizenship based on marriage to a U.S. citizen. Are you still married to your U.S. citizen spouse?
Yes, I'm still married to him.
Okay, so what's your full name?
My full name is Chen-Fu Wilson.
Can you say your first name or given name?
My first name is Chen.
Can you spell your name?
Yes, it's capital C-H-E-N.
What is your middle name?
My middle name is Fu.
Can you spell it for me?
It's capital F, followed by the letter U.
What is your family name?
My family name is Wilson.
So, what is the full name listed on your permanent resident card?
It's Chin Fu Wilson.
Have you used any other names?
Yes. My name was Chin Fu Wong when I was still single.
Would you like me to change your name legally?
No, I just want to keep my name the same.
What's your date of birth?
August 14th, 1992.
Your N-400 application says you were born in China. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, officer.
So you are a citizen of China who used to work in Mexico. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you verify the last 4 digits of your social security number?
Yes, it's 5824.
If USCIS wants to contact you, what's your phone number?
My phone number is 593-455-2712.
Has your address changed since you submitted your N-400 application?
No, officer.
What's the address of the place where you live?
442 Chelsea Street, Staten Island, New York 40317.
So, how long have you lived at your current address?
I've lived at this address for almost 4 years.
I'll be frank with you. Since you applied for naturalization based on marriage to a U.S. citizen, I want to ask more questions about your marriage. What is your spouse's full name?
My spouse's name is Jack Wilson.
So, how did you meet your husband?
I met him in Mexico while I was still working there.
And what was your work in Mexico?
I am the prototype battery build manager at an electric vehicle car manufacturing company.
What do you do as an EV prototype battery build manager?
I develop contractual relationships with build functions and manage the logistical planning and movement of prototype batteries to build, test, and field sites. I also identify prototype builds that need electrified vehicle battery programs.
Are you working right now?
Yes, I help my husband manage his car dealership.
I see. How many times has your current spouse been married?
This is his second marriage.
How long have you been married to your current spouse?
We've been married for almost 4 years.
So what was the date you got married?
June 10th, 2020.
Where did you get married?
I got married in Staten Island, New York.
Do you have any children?
Yes, we have 2 twin boys.
Their names, please.
James and John Wilson.
What's your children's date of birth?
Their date of birth was April 8, 2022.
Were your children born in the United States?
Yes, officer.
How many times have you been married?
This is my first marriage.
Have you ever traveled outside the United States?
I have traveled with my husband and twin babies outside the United States.
Can you tell me how many days you spent outside the United States?
We spent outside the United States for about 60 days.
How many trips have you taken outside the United States?
We have taken 2 trips abroad.
Can you tell me the countries you visited and your travel dates?
Sure, officer. Our first trip was to China from April 4th to May 5th, 2023. Our second trip was to Mexico from July 20th, 2024 to August 21st, 2024.
Do you remember the reasons for your travels?
Our first trip was to visit my family and meet my husband and the twins. Our second trip was for business and vacation.
Okay. I see that your travels abroad were for valid reasons. So, how long have you studied for the citizenship test?
I have studied every day for 2 months.
I can tell you have an excellent understanding of the English language. However, you still studied for a more extended period, which is impressive.
Thank you. I just want to be very well-prepared, officer.
You're welcome. Okay, we'll start with the English test. For the reading test, we'll use the tablet, and for the writing test, you'll use the stylus to write on the digital tablet. Please look at the digital tablet in front of you. Let me click an interrogative sentence for you to read today. When you see a sentence, read it aloud for me.
Yes, officer. George Washington was the first president.
You need to follow the right direction. I told you to read it, but you answered it instead.
Oh, now I understand what you are saying.
I will click another interrogative sentence. Can you see it on the digital tablet?
Yes, officer.
Read it out loud and clear for me.
When do we celebrate Thanksgiving?
Very good. Now, I'll say a sentence and write it down on the digital tablet. You may now take the stylus. Thanksgiving is in November. I don't see that you use the capital letter N for the word November. Listen to this second sentence for your writing test.
Yes, officer.
Delaware was the first U.S. state. You've passed the English reading and writing tests.
Thank you.
Now we will take the history and government exam, also known as the Civics test. I'll ask you 10 questions and you must answer 6 correctly. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, officer.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court.
Correct. Second question, when was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
The Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4, 1776.
Another correct answer. There were 13 original states. Name 3.
New Hampshire, New York, and New Jersey.
That's right. Fourth question. When was the Constitution written?
The Constitution was written in 1787.
Here's your fifth question. Who did the United States fight in World War II?
Japan, Germany, and Italy.
Sixth question. What is the capital of your state?
Albany is the capital city of New York State.
You answered 6 questions correctly and successfully passed the civics test. We will continue with the next part of your N-400 application. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No, I have never claimed to be a U.S. citizen.
Why not?
Because I still need to receive my naturalization.
Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No, I have never registered to vote.
Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No, I did not vote.
Do you have any title of nobility in any foreign country?
No, I don't have any.
Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution?
No, I have not.
Have you ever failed to file your federal or state taxes?
No, I've always filed my taxes.
Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes?
No, I don't owe any.
Since you became a permanent resident, have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return?
No, I have not.
Have you ever been a member of the Communist or Totalitarian Party?
No, never.
Have you ever been a member of any terrorist organization?
No, never.
Have you ever been associated with the Nazi government of Germany?
No.
Have you ever persecuted anyone because of their race, religion, national origin, Membership in a particular social group or political opinion?
No, I have not.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever committed a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No, never.
Have you ever been in jail or prison?
No, I have never been in jail or prison.
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
No, never.
Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution?
No, I have never done that.
Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics?
No, I have never done that.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No, never.
Have you ever married someone to obtain an immigration benefit?
No, never.
Have you ever helped anyone enter the United States illegally?
No, I have never done those things.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No,
Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States?
no,
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
no,
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
yes, I do.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes,
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
yes, I am.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes, I am willing to bear arms.
Are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes, I am willing to do it.
Are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes, I am.
Do you fully understand everything you've been asked?
Yes, I do.
I want you to check if all of the information you can see on the digital tablet is correct. If you think it's all correct, sign below with your name. I have corrected the mistakes on your N-400 application, like your travel dates, outside the United States. Since the interview went well, I approved your naturalization application for American citizenship. Here is Form N-652, which gives you information about the results of your interview today. This other document is a notice to schedule your oath ceremony. Congratulations, you've successfully passed the naturalization interview.
Thank you, officer.
You're welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Are you ready to join U.S. Citizenship Help Guides membership? This means you can support the channel's creator to make more content for people who want to become American citizens. By donating monthly, you'll get special perks like a badge and custom emojis to use when you comment on our videos. Plus, as a member, your comments will get priority replies. If you think membership sounds good, just click the join button below. Thank you so much